you've decided to stick with Artemi and Mika on that line?
Yeah, today they look good out there, moving around. So, no, they played well the other night. So we'll see tomorrow, but it's a possibility for sure.
You said before that usually your preference is to split it up so it's a little more even. Why might now be the right time to reconsider that?
Well, I think if you look at the people that are out, it makes a big difference in your lineup. So, and again, I tried it the other night because we didn't have much going at all in the second period, and that's what coaches do. I mean, you gotta try and change something up, and I thought it went better in the third. And they're talented players. I mean, they're talented players. Bred's played with Mika. He's played with Stromer, and so, like I said, when we get a full lineup, I like our lineup.
I guess, is that sort of exciting for you to see what maybe they could do together? Because they haven't had a long time together in the past, and
yeah, no, I mean, like I said, it varies. I mean, obviously, like I said, they're both skilled, highly talented hockey players, and they're top players for us. So to put them together in that, yeah, I got no issues with that. We try and worry about our team more than we worry about a couple individual players. If they make us better, I want them on the same line. If they, it's not about one line on their hockey team. You got to have four lines going, and like I said, sometimes you'll put them together, and sometimes when some people come back, you mix your lines up again. But it went well the other night. It went okay the other night.
So as a group, I was just going to say, as a group, then, what do you need to do to generate more puck possession, to generate more scoring chances?
Well, we talk about it a lot when we're playing well. It's not about the fancy plays in the offensive zone. It's more about the grit down low, getting pucks from down low to high, and get people going to the net a little bit more. And I just thought the other night in Toronto, the second period was real tough because we were standing still. We were watching Toronto play, and we didn't do much. Some of the other games I thought we were much better. We're getting scoring chances. I mean, when we watch the tape back and we see the scoring chances for and against, the other night it was a little bit one-sided for sure. But the other games, we've outchanced our opponents. And, we're getting opportunities and grade A opportunities. So, but it was definitely, the other night was definitely a big difference for sure.
You talked about four lines, and it looked like on the second line you have Blais with Alexi and Phil, and you have Alexi and Blais are both left wingers. One of them has to play on the right side. What goes into your thinking about which one to put on that right side? Does it matter?
No, the players don't really. Truthfully, I mean, some guys, Laffy likes to play left wing. If he moves to the right side the odd time, he's not, it's not his best position. But that's part of hockey. I mean, players come up, and the younger players, that's why we wanted to put Laffy on the left side more than anything. We know he's more comfortable there. Other guys come in the lineup. Most guys, like, Kreider's a left winger. He's playing right wing. He's happy over there right now. He's playing well. He's getting his opportunity. So most players, it doesn't affect them in today's game. Back in my era, I was a left winger, and that's where I stayed. I didn't feel comfortable at all over there. So, but most guys, that's the way it is today.
What do you like about those three together?
Well, I'm going to see them tomorrow night. Well, yeah. No, I mean, Blazer's a big guy. He's getting a chance to go up there and play some more minutes over on that side. And like he said, I can play the right side. It doesn't matter what side I play. And he's a big, strong guy. So hopefully they play well together. And like I said, as a coach, when you got injuries like we've got right now to a couple of top players, you throw different line combinations around, and that's what we come up with.
Do you think the 2 for 16 on the power play is reflective of the way you've played? I mean, is the power play generating enough chances?
Last game, Larry, no, like it didn't look good at all. But the games before that, I was really happy with it, especially with Panarin coming down that off flank and making the plays to do advantage it. So we've had some great chances on that, and they didn't go in the net. But last game was a tough game on the power play, but the games before that, we were real happy with it.
So you're generally okay with the structure, the way they're...
Yeah. And we didn't have much structure the last game. Like the last game, really, Toronto did a good job, and they got us out of our structure. We didn't have a whole lot of setup time in the O-zone. But before that, I thought it was really good. In Montreal, the game at home, it was really good.
Is there any consideration of getting Hayek into the game? Hayek,
we just go day to day, and, right now we're happy with the 6 guys that are going and playing well, and, we'll see where it goes. But right now we're happy with those 6 guys.
When with Mika and Panarin in particular, like, did you talk to those guys at all about, do they want to play together? Would they like that chance if they give you?
No, I'm not gonna ask the players who they wanna play with. That's gonna make a long time for me. Because a lot of players will say, "Oh, I like to play with Mika." I think 11 forwards say, "I like to play with Mika." So I'll have a tough job if I start that.
I just thought maybe with those two in particular, but.
Yeah, no.
From a coaching perspective, do you find it more difficult to game plan against a team when they stack a line like that? Or is it more difficult when it's kind of separated?
Just depends who you're playing, what the other team's bringing at you. You look at different teams and say, well, they're going to match this line against it. Before the game starts, most of the time you know who's going to play against Mika, who's going to play against Stromer when they're coming into play. So the same thing with us. I get an idea who I'm going to play my guys against. Not all the time, but most of the time. So, no, it doesn't. Is it a challenge for a team looking at that line? It probably is. But then they're saying, well, that their second line's not highly as skilled as it could be with the other makeup. So.
Sorry, any update on Strom?
On who?
On Strom?
Just the same COVID protocol. That's all we can say.
With Igor, I mean, as well as he's played in the last game, the game before, I mean, how long can you run with him? I mean, how many, do you have in your mind, like, he can play this many games and no more, or you just keep going back?
No, I mean, again, like I told you, me and Benny talk often on it, and, obviously he's not going to play 80 hockey games for us. That's not going to happen. It shouldn't happen. It's not going to happen. The other guy's a real good goaltender, too, so, but the way this guy's played the last 2 games, obviously he got points for us, and, so we'll see where we're going to go tomorrow, but, we're very confident in him, but Georgie's also a very good goaltender, too, and we're going to show some confidence in them, too. You got 2 goalies that can play, and so we're not worried about our goaltending. We got more problems to worry about than our goaltending.
If you practice on Sunday, do you know whether Kako would be able to practice in that? And
Yeah.
are you the kind of coach that needs to have a player practice at least once coming off IR in order to get into the game? Or?
I don't. The trainers might yell at me for that, but no, I mean, when he's ready to go, he's ready to go. And I think it's going to be close, honestly. I mean, I think it's day to day, and I think he's getting real close. So we'll see where it goes. But that's what we're sort of looking at, hopefully, early next week.
He's able to skate right now? Is he
You know what? I don't think he skated. I don't want to say for sure, but I don't think he skated, Larry, to be honest with you. Do you know, Ryan? He hadn't, no.
Is he here?
Yeah. That's a good sign.
Yeah.